So you want to shoot more greens in NBA 2K20. You want to know the best, most efficient shooting badges in NBA 2K20. If you want to go out there and be the best shooter, have the best badges on and look like a god, this video is for you. Because in this video, I'm going to tell you the best shooting badges. I'm going to break them down into tiers so you guys know what to use and what not to use. Stay tuned.
Can't get you out of my mind, no. Said I think about you all of the time, yeah. Been imagining you all in my bed, whoa. Hey, cause you been running round in my head, yeah. Hey, I can't get you out of my mind, no. Said I think about you all of the time.
Alright, now here are tier 1 badges, the badges that should be in your lineup at all times. Catch and shoot, deadeye, green machine, quick draw, ring center, hosel hunter. Those are like the main shooter badges that you should have on at all times. It's just no reason for you not have it on. I mean, you don't really need catch and shoot because some of y'all shoot off dribble, but it's still a really good badge. Now I'm getting into tier 2. Tier 2 got some badge potential that could be tier 1, but 1, you don't want to shoot whites. You want to shoot green, so take off flexible release. They nerf fade, so difficult shots don't matter. You don't really need corner specialists because you have catch and shoot, and volume shooter and tireless shooter. You could throw those in. Those are good badges as well. Now tier 3, you don't really. Some of these badges you don't even need. Like if you're a guard, pick a popper. You don't really need ice in my veins. That's like for free throws, steady shooter. That's only works on contested shots. Like some of these badges are just, you know what I'm saying, you just don't need. Now I'm gonna get into the gameplay so I can elaborate more on these badges. So depending on your playstyle, some of those badges that I mentioned, you could, substitute them out for how you play. For example, if you're more of like an ISO player, you could take off catch and shoot and replace catch and shoot with either tireless shooter or volume shooter. Now a lot of you ISO players, 9 times out of 10 you're taking like 90-80% of the shots. So, and most of your shots could be off dribble. It's not going to be, off standstill, off catch and shoot. So you can replace catch and shoot with like volume shooter because you're going to be, shooting most of your shots. Or you could replace it with tireless shooter because you guys like to dribble and then you need stamina to be able to green the shot. So depending on how you play, your badges could be, altered. Now if you're just like, a play sharp, like an offensive threat, play shot creator, those type of builds, your main lineup should be catch and shoot, green machine, hosel hunter, ring extender, quick draw, and either difficult shots, tireless shooter, volume shooter. Because you guys are like the main shooters on the team. Now if you're a center, I'm gonna tell you exactly what your shooting badges should look like on the center. Your shooting badges on the center should be catch and shoot, pick and pop, green machine, ring extender, and quick draw, and hosel hunter. I wouldn't recommend deadeye on a center, but for a guard you might need deadeye because you might need to get your shot off, and sometimes your shot will be contested. So I just wouldn't recommend deadeye on a center because 9 times out of 10 you're going to be tall enough for them not to be able to contest your shot. And 2, you don't really want to shoot contested shots with a center, like, you know what I mean? Like even though you could put quick draw Hall of Fame on your center, your shot's still not going to be as fast because how they made it to where like taller players are just slower overall. So I'm talking about lateral speed and release speed. It's just taller players are just slower in general. So that's what your badges should look like on a guard and a center. Now if you're a lock sharp like me, you could kind of have the same badges as a guard, but you're kind of limited. So if you're a lockdown, like a shooting lockdown, you want to go catch and shoot, green machine, hosel hunter, ring center, quick draw. That's pretty much all you got space for. Now that's what I run on my lockdown, those badges that I just named, and I feel like those work for me. As you can see, I'm pulling green light. You know what I'm saying? Now, how much you put them up is up to you. What you put on silver, what you put on Hall of Fame, what you put on gold is totally your opinion. My badge lineup on my lockdown, I put catch and shoot on Hall of Fame. I put hosel hunter on silver, green machine on silver, quick draw on range center Hall of Fame, and then I'll go like either bronze corner specialist or I'll go bronze volume shooter. I put volume shooter on bronze because sometimes I might need to shoot the ball more often than I need to, and having that bronze, come in handy. Now, if you're like a non-shooting build, you only get like 5 or 4. You get between 4 to 6 shooting badges. What I would do is just put quick draw on silver and catch and shoot on bronze. Now, the reason why I would do that is because you want to be able to get your shot off. You know what I mean? Now, you could even take quick draw completely off and put catch and shoot on bronze and green machine on bronze and quick draw on bronze. You could just go 3 bronze badges. That way, if you have a low 3-pointer and you green like 1 or 2, like your first 2 shots, green machine is activated, so it'll help you green more shots. Now, and that's only for like non-shooting builds. I'm not really a non-shooting build, so I wouldn't know exactly what to put on, but most of you guys who are non-shooting lockdowns or non-shooting slashers should know. Now, if you're a pure sharpshooter, meaning you get like more than 25 shooting badges, which is a golly, like, I ain't gonna lie, pure sharps in this game, they be greening some crazy stuff. You could kind of put on every badge in the game. What I would put on if I was like a pure sharpshooter with like, you could put like the maximum amount of shooting badges, I would go catch and shoot, Deadeye, Hot Zone Hunter, Range Center, Quick Draw, Green Machine, Difficult Shots, Volume Shooter, Tireless Shooter. If you could put that many badges on your sharp, there's no reason why you should miss. You would actually be a god. Now, I know there's some post scores out there, and I'm about to tell you the best shooting badges for post score as well, because I kind of think outside the box. I know post score is going to want to shoot the ball as well, so I'm going to tell you guys, and it don't even have to be a post score. If you're like the stretch big build, like the 3-level square that get post takeover, I'm gonna tell you the best badges for that build as well. So you want to go deep fades, Deadeye, Green Machine, Pump Fake Maestro, and you can put on Pick and Popper if you want, but catch and shoot, Quick Draw, Range Extender, that's all you need. Now, scratch what I said about Pump Fake Maestro, I was trolling, but Hot Zone Hunter, Register to Quick Draw, deep fades, Deadeye, and catch and shoot. Those, if you're like a stretch post build, those are badges you want to put on. Deep phase, kind of self-explanatory, help you fade from deeper. You combine deep phase with Range Extender, you're gonna be a god. So that's what I would put on if I was a post scorer, like a post scoring stretch. Now, if you're a center and you're a shooting center, like a shooting bid, Pick and Popper should be your go-to badge, because the ad badge, that's a super underrated badge. The only reason why it's a low tier in my eyes is because it's only for centers. You know what I mean? Like when that badge is, I mean, you could use this on any build, but you shouldn't have this on a PG or, you know, like a small forward. That badge will only be used if a center is picking up popping with a guard, like, you know, outside big, a shooting center. That's what I would suggest if, you know, if someone asks me what should I use, you know, my outside big, those are badges I would recommend. Now, I'm gonna tell you guys the worst shooting badges. Now, when I mean by the worst, I'm not saying that they're a bad badge, I just don't see any use for them. So just in case you guys was thinking about putting this badge on or any of the following badges I'm about to name, don't even waste your time. So the most useless badges would be Flexible Release, Slippery Off Ball, Pump Fake Maestro, Ice in My Veins. Those are like, and Steady Shooter. You should not put those badges on. Now, I'm gonna get into why you shouldn't put them on. Steady Shooter, don't fall into the trap. It only boosts your contested shots. That's the only thing it does. It doesn't help you with open shots at all. It actually cancels out your open shot. So don't use Steady Shooter. Slippery Off Ball, unless you're a pure sharpshooter running through a screen without the ball in your hand, meaning off ball, don't put on Slippery Off Ball. You don't need that. That badge is useless. You don't need that badge. Now, Ice in My Veins, if you play a lot of Pro-Am or micro and you struggle with making free throws, put this on. But 9 times out of 10, you guys don't. 9 times out of 10, you probably know your free throw timing like down pat. So you don't even need Ice in Your Veins. And Pump Fake Maestro, that's such a clickbait badge. I've seen videos on that. I've seen how people use that badge to test it out. Don't fall into the trap. Now, if you guys found this video helpful, like the video and sub, man. Each like and sub helps me out a lot. And if you made it this far in the video, I need you to comment best shooting in lockdown, man. Because Let's be honest, who shoots better than me? Nah, but I'm just kidding. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the video. It's been your boy Stumpy. I'm on y'all. Peace.
Pillow talking there, nigga, that snitch. I ain't been up on the block.